So good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Mellow Lavender. If you're new here, welcome. So today I thought that I would speak a little bit about my ideas of practical, productive mornings. I think that every morning is not a productive morning. Please ignore the freaking leaf blower that is on at 7:30 in the morning. Like days like today where it is gloomy, they decided that the best way to be productive was to blow leaves. We're just gonna continue. My biggest tips and kind of what I do overall for my habits and also for productivity. Now, shout out to Evelyn from the internet because she really gave a beautiful perspective on the fact that not every productivity video is for you. You have to do what works for you, and most of the time people do what works for them. So if drinking tea in the morning does not spark any joy, don't do it. So a ideal morning for me really starts off with meditating. I think that is something that universally benefits everybody. Not everyone will do it, but it is something where you see benefits every day. You might not see it right away, but you'll notice the difference between meditating and not meditating. The second thing I love to do is to make my bed every day. That's something that I always have to do no matter what. Even if I'm late, I fix my bed. The reason for this is because it continues to feed on my habit that I am being organized and productive and really building and carving out time to do the things that matter to me. Now again, this might not be for everybody, but this is just for the people that can do it. I know that especially if you're working from home now, you have the time to build some sustainable habits. And I think this is a great time to do that. But remember that habits do take time, and that most habits need to have a purpose. If they don't have a purpose, then there's no point in doing the habits. I'm just saying. Productivity looks for me to read. Don't do this every morning. It really depends on how many hours of sleep I got. Am I going to start work right away? Am I going to eat breakfast? Do I feel like reading? So a lot of factors go into me reading, but I do have it as a habit and as a way to be productive. I will also say I do have habit trackers. I do have a habit tracker on the calendar. I don't know if you guys can see it. I do have a habit tracker on my Artist of Life workbook. And the reason for that is because there has to be a measurable way of you to see if you've done your habits or not. But productivity, again, looks very different for everybody. So some people, getting 8 hours of sleep, which is one of my habit trackers, might not be one of yours. You might be okay with 6 hours of sleep. You might be okay with no sleep. So definitely when you're creating your productive morning, really look into what works for you. being productive is a personal thing. Not everyone wants to be productive. It doesn't make sense to. Some people thrive on not being organized and not having a routine, and that's fine too. I think that there is no right way of doing anything, but I do feel like productivity really boils down to, is this making you a better person? Believe in the book Atomic Habits, he really talks about there is no good or bad. It's just whether this is making you a better person or this is keeping you stagnant. And looking at your habits and looking at productivity in that way helps you to build better habits. Now, why I talk more about habits than just things to do is because everything is a habit. When you go into work, that's a habit. You've been going into school your whole life, so when you go into work, you have that habit already ingrained in you to do the work. Same thing when you wake up in the morning, that is a habit. You're automatically, habitually waking up and going to brush your teeth or whatever the case is. The few that I've been implementing now that we are all in this quarantine is flossing. I honestly am terrible with dental hygiene. I said it, you know. Some people are good at other things, some are not. I do brush my teeth though. I don't like flossing. I never liked flossing. It was never embedded in me. So now as a full grown adult, I am learning to. That for me has been such a challenge because every time I go to get to start brushing my teeth, I remember I have to floss, so I go back into my room and get the floss. No. Is taking care of my plants. So slowly but surely, you have not seen Wizard Kelly, but Wizard Kelly is a little. The Rona might have gotten to him. I don't know yet, but he's been gloomy. He's trying. He's getting there. But a couple of leaves have fallen, and is it due to my inconsistency of watering him? Is it due to my lack of sun exposure for him? Am I just a delinquent? I don't know. But you know, I really like Wizard Kelly and I want him to live. So we're trying. We open the window for him, we spray him, and every Wednesday we water him. Well, we'll see. You know, I don't know. Remembering self-care days. I think that when we work from home, everything jumbles up into one. And like anything else in life, you have to build some type of boundary for each section of your life. When you want to have a self-care day, you can do that and not feel like you're jumbling it up with something else. Hope that you guys got some ideas. Doing absolutely nothing during this time is also productive. There are people that constantly are doing things and don't stay still. This is your time to stay still. You guys for watching. Thank you guys for being here. Hope to see you soon. Peace out. Adios.